Japan's 603 km/h maglev train. Here are 10 facts you never knew. Most countries dream of the future. Japan builds it. Deep in the mountains of Yamanashi, where silence meets speed, they've created something the world has never seen. A train that floats. A ride smoother than still water. A journey from Tokyo to Nagoya in 40 minutes, faster than a plane takes off. I came here to see if it was real. And what I found? Not just a train, but a quiet revolution. This is the Maglev. 1. It's the world's fastest crude train. Okay, I'm here. Not in Tokyo. Not in Osaka. Out in the mountains of Yamanashi, where Japan tests its future. And right now, I am watching the LO series Maglev, the world's fastest crude train, hit 603 kilometers per hour. That's not a typo. 6.0.3 kilometers per hour. In 2015, they did it, held that speed for 10.8 seconds. Covered 1.8 kilometers like it was nothing, no wheels, no friction, just magnets and silence. You can't even hear it coming, just feel the air shift, like standing next to a whispering storm. Engineers calm, reporters losing their minds, me trying not to drop my phone. This isn't just fast, it's Japanese precision, decades of testing. Perfecting, waiting until it's ready. And now, the world's watching because this is how Japan moves forward. 2. The speed is faster than most jets at takeoff. Wait, hold on. I just looked it up and it hit me. This train, going 603 kilometers per hour. That's faster than most commercial jets when they take off. Think about that. A Boeing 737 lifts off the runway at around 290 kilometers per hour. This Maglev, it's doing double that on land. I'm standing here in Yamanashi, and as it zooms past, there's no roar like a jet engine. No smoke. No fire. Just silence and speed. You could literally outrun a plane during takeoff while sitting in a quiet cabin, sipping matcha. That's not engineering, that's magic, Japanese style, and the craziest part. They're building this for everyday people, not astronauts, not test pilots, us, Tokyo to Nagoya in 40 minutes, while a plane's still taxiing. 3. It doesn't use wheels for propulsion at high speeds. Okay, this is wild. I just leaned over the barrier, and there are no wheels. At high speed, this train doesn't touch the track. Not even a little. It floats up to 10 centimeters in the air, using superconducting magnets cooled to minus 269 degrees. No metal on metal. No screeching. No friction. That's why it's so quiet, so smooth. I asked an engineer earlier. He smiled and said, it's not rolling. It's flying, just very close to the ground. Think about that. We've built a train that defies contact, like something from a dream. But here in Japan, it's Tuesday. And that gap? That 10 centimeters of empty air? That's the secret to 603 kilometers per hour, no wheels, no limits, just pure magnetic grace. 4. The ride is incredibly smooth. Okay, I just poured coffee. Full cup. No lid. And we're doing, what, 500 kilometers per hour. Feels like we're parked. There's no shaking. No rattling. No clack of wheels on rails. Nothing. Just this quiet glide. Like floating on air because, well, we are. The Maglev rides on a magnetic cushion. No contact. No friction. So even at insane speeds, your coffee stays put. Your phone doesn't slide. Your nerves totally calm. I saw a salaryman earlier, reading a newspaper, one hand on his matcha latte, not a drop spilled. In most trains, you brace yourself for every turn. Here, you forget you're moving at all. That's the magic of Japan. Speed that doesn't feel like speed. Just peace. 5. A massive underground tunnel system is required for the track. I'm up in the mountains near Nagano, and honestly, most of this train won't even see the sky. Over 80% of the Tokyo to Nagoya line, buried deep underground, carved through solid rock. Under rivers, beneath entire mountain ranges, they're not just building a track, they're tunneling. 250 kilometers through the Japanese Alps. Some sections go 1,400 meters underground. Deeper than the Eiffel Tower is tall. Why? Because at 500 kilometers per hour, curves and slopes are deadly. The only way to keep it straight, safe, and silent? Go under the country. I spoke to a construction worker earlier. His team's been drilling for years. "We're not making a train line," he said. "We're building a subway for the future, and the cost. Trillions of yen. But in Japan, when they dream, they dig deep." 6. The construction cost is astronomical. The Tokyo to Nagoya segment alone has an estimated construction cost of nearly $100 billion. I just saw the number, and I had to double-check. The Tokyo to Nagoya Maglev? It's going to cost nearly $100 billion. That's not a typo. $100 billion. And it makes sense. When 80% of the line is blasted through mountains, with custom tunnels, cryogenic magnets, and brand new stations, it adds up. Fast. I asked a local shop owner here in Shizuoka what he thinks. He laughed and said, "In Japan, we don't build fast, we build forever. Yeah, this isn't just a train, it's a legacy." A $100 billion bet that the future runs on magnets, and silence, and tunnels deep under the earth. Crazy, maybe, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Japan. 7. It drastically cuts travel time. I just met a guy heading home from work. He takes the Shinkansen from Nagoya every Friday. To kids. Misses bedtime. Again. But in a few years, that 90-minute ride drops to 40 minutes. Tokyo to Nagoya, faster than your lunch break. And when they extend it to Osaka, just over an hour. Right now, that's a 2.5-hour trip. Imagine getting home before your kids brush their teeth. I stood here watching the regular bullet train zoom past and thought, this is already fast, but Japan's not satisfied. They're not just cutting minutes, they're giving back hours, days, years. All with a train that floats and flies and feels like magic. 8. The Chūō Shinkansen will operate at a slower speed for commercial service. So yeah, they hit 603 kilometers per hour in testing. World record. Everyone cheered. But here's the thing, when it opens to the public, it'll run at 505 kilometers per hour. I asked an engineer why. He took a sip of his Boss coffee and said speed is easy. Safety, comfort, and consistency, that's hard, makes sense. At 505, it's still way faster than the fastest Shinkansen, which tops out around 320. Tokyo to Nagoya in 40 minutes. That's not sci-fi. That's the daily schedule. Japan doesn't chase records for headlines, they chase perfection for passengers, so yeah, they could go faster. But they choose to go smarter. 9. You can ride the test track at the Yamanashi Maglev Exhibition Center. I just rode it. Actually rode it. Right here in Yamanashi, at the Maglev Exhibition Center, you can get on the same track where they broke the 603 kilometers per hour world record. It's not a simulator. Not a VR headset. It's the real L0 series train, floating, silent, smooth. We hit only 50 kilometers per hour during the demo, but you feel it, that magnetic lift, that zero friction. Like the train's holding its breath before it flies. Kids were wide-eyed. Tourists filming everything. Me. I kept staring at the gap under the train. It's really floating. This isn't just a museum. It's a preview of 2034. Of Tokyo in 40 minutes. Of the future already open to the public. And the best part? You don't need a press pass. Just a ticket and a sense of wonder. 10. The train becomes more stable at higher speeds. Okay, this blew my mind. I was talking to the head of the test center earlier, calm guy, glasses, coffee in hand, and he said something wild. The faster it goes, the more stable it gets. Wait, what? In every other vehicle, speed means shaking, noise, danger. But not here. At low speed, the train wobbles a little like it's finding its balance. But once it hits 300, 400, 500 kilometers per hour, the magnetic field locks it perfectly in place, like it's being held by invisible hands. That's why passengers can sip coffee, why engineers sleep soundly. In Japan, even physics bends gracefully. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.